The movie begins with King sitting in a club. Several people outside are watching him closely. During this time, a girl secretly comes to meet him. The men outside inform their boss about the girl. The boss responds that the old officer is going to reveal information about them and orders both to be killed. Inside, the girl meeting King is Anna, a bounty hunter who kills people for money. King shows her a picture and asks her to find a particular family. Anna refuses because her job is only to kill, not to find people. While they are still talking, King notices the same men coming inside to attack them. He tells Anna to escape and hides himself in the washroom. King fights off all the attackers alone. When he comes out of the club, he sees that Anna has already killed the remaining enemies and left. However, a sniper working for the man who wants King dead is still hiding in a car. The sniper shoots and kills King. The next morning, King's colleague Medina receives news of his death and goes to identify the body. While checking King's arm, she finds a message written on it: "Find the accountant." When she visits King's home, she sees several pictures on the wall and realizes that King was investigating a case connected to multiple murders. She decides to take over the house and continue his unfinished work. In King's belongings, she finds the name Christian Wolff written behind a picture. The accountant King was looking for. Christian is shown living in a van where he keeps his bike, weapons, and other items. Meanwhile, Anna investigates Christian and calls a company to inquire about him. A woman responds that no one by that name works at their institute. Medina finds this impossible, since all of Christian's contacts seem to be from there. At the same time, someone is secretly listening to the call and traces it back to Medina at King's house. This person learns everything about Medina and King, including what they do. The sniper who killed King meets a man who appears to be a fish vendor. In reality, he is Burke, their boss. He now runs an illegal human trafficking operation. King had learned about this, so Burke had him killed. Burke now instructs the sniper Tom to find and kill Anna, the girl who escaped that night. He warns that she is extremely dangerous and has already attacked his men once, killing many. Burke also orders Tom to kill another man who met King that day. Later, when Medina is in her office parking lot, Christian himself approaches her. He wants to know why she is looking for him. Medina takes him to King's house and explains that King had a message on his hand requesting to find Christian. She shows him the wall full of pictures and says King was investigating this case. However, she doesn't understand how everything connects or what it has to do with Christian. After sharing this, Medina falls asleep. The next morning, she wakes up to find that Christian has worked all night on the case. He tells her that King was trying to find a man named Pablo, who lives near the Mexico border with his family. Later, Pablo gets separated from his wife. She works at several places, which Christian discovers through her financial accounts. To find Pablo, they decide to search for his wife first. The group reaches the factory where the woman last worked. When they ask the factory owner about her, he replies, how could he know? Around 100 women come here daily for work. He can't remember every name. When he refuses to give Pablo's wife's address, Christian tells him that he has data from the factory's accounts. Christian reveals that the factory shows inflated sales, indicating money laundering through false records. Hearing this, the factory owner gets angry and attacks Christian. A fight breaks out between them. More men from the factory join in, but Christian overpowers them all. After defeating them, he grabs the owner again. This time, the owner confesses that he is not responsible. Another man handles the trafficking of women. After leaving, Christian calls his brother Braxton and asks for help with the case. Braxton agrees and walks out of a house, where it's shown that he has already killed several people inside. Christian meets him and explains the details of the case. After listening, Braxton summons 3 girls. He gives them money and starts asking about a man named Mark. 2 girls get scared, but one agrees to share information in exchange for more money. Meanwhile, Medina talks to her colleague while watching the footage of King's murder. They still can't identify who shot him. Soon, Medina receives an update from her office that Pablo, the man King was trying to find through a family photo, also had his father murdered. Turns out Pablo's father was the one who assigned King to locate Pablo and his family. Medina also receives a report stating that Pablo's village had a human trafficking ring. During a crackdown on the operation, all captured traffickers were killed, and Pablo Pablo also died in the incident. Elsewhere, the girl who had spoken earlier leaves and calls Mark in. When Mark arrives, Braxton beats him and throws him into Medina's car trunk to make him available for police investigation. Christian then contacts a hacker for help with solving the case. On the surface, the hacker appears to teach computer courses to special needs children but can actually uncover anyone's identity using hacking skills. Medina expresses doubt, saying if an expert officer like King couldn't solve the case, she doesn't believe Christian's team can either. The hacker overhears Medina and takes it as a challenge. Team now wants to meet Anna, the girl who last met King. They believe King may have shared full case details with her. The hacker pulls CCTV footage from that day, showing street surveillance. However, Anna's face is not visible because she deliberately kept her head down, knowing CCTV might capture her identity. Everyone is terrified, except Anna. The girl analyzing the footage notices that another woman had taken a selfie on the same street the day Anna passed by. She hacks the woman's phone and computer, and from the background of that photo, she identifies Anna's face. While investigating the picture further, the hacker discovers a pattern. Wherever Anna goes, murders seem to follow. However, the team still doesn't know her name. They try hard to uncover Anna's identity but fail. At home, Braxton studies all the photographs King had posted on the wall. He observes that all the murder victims shown were likely killed by the same person, Anna, because the method of killing is identical. When Medina asks how he knows this, Braxton reveals that he too is a killer. Shocked by this, Medina leaves, unwilling to work with a criminal. Medina then visits Mark in jail, where he is accompanied by his lawyer. She begins the interrogation and warns him to reveal who sold him the girls, or he will face a long sentence. She shows him the picture of Pablo's family. Seeing it, Mark remembers and admits he had bought Pablo's wife. When Medina asks about her current location, he says she escaped a long time ago but later received news that she had been hospitalized nearby. Medina asks again for the name of the person who sold him the girls, but before Mark can answer, Tom shoots him from behind. Medina then visits the hospital where Pablo's wife, Tina, had been admitted. The doctor informs her that someone had tried to harm Tina, and while defending herself, she was badly beaten. She suffered brain injuries, leading to memory loss. The attack also disfigured her face. The doctor explains that Tina underwent both brain surgery and facial reconstruction. Due to her strong immune system, she recovered quickly and began performing even better than before, both physically and mentally. Medina examines the hospital records and discovers that Tina is actually Anna, the same bounty hunter. To free herself from captivity, Anna commits her first murder, killing the hospital guard. While Medina and the doctor discuss this, Christian's hacker partner also hacks into the hospital database and retrieves the same information. Meanwhile, Braxton receives an alert from the dark web. He learns that someone has placed a contract on Medina's life, hiring Anna to carry it out. This information quickly reaches Christian, who immediately rushes to Medina's house to save her. By the time he arrives, Anna has already reached the house and launches an attack on Medina. But Medina is not an ordinary woman. She has been thoroughly trained in self-defense. Because of her quick response, Anna manages to save her life for the time being. That moment, her eyes fall on a picture in the house, one that belongs to her own family. Seeing this picture, her entire past returns to her memory. The story of what happened in her village flashes through her mind. Some men had captured all the villagers by force. The women were sold into trafficking, and their husbands were killed in front of them. Just then, Christian arrives and notices Anna lost in thought. He realizes she has remembered everything. He offers to reunite her with her son, saying he knows where the boy is. But Anna responds that she no longer wants that life. She says she has left it behind and walks away. Christian then takes Medina to the hospital for treatment. Meanwhile, Burke finds out that Medina is on his trail. Realizing the threat, he had earlier sent Anna to kill her, but upon learning that Medina is still alive, he becomes alarmed for both his business and himself. He instructs his men to hide all traces of their illegal activities and orders the children to be moved to another location. Christian, aware that Burke will not stay quiet, fears for the lives of all the captives. So, he sets out with Braxton to rescue the children. Christian's hacker finds out that a bus is transporting many children just past the Mexico border and believes they are connected to Burke. Christian asks her to find out what Burke plans to do with the children. She discovers that Burke is having a giant pit dug nearby to bury the children alive. Christian races to the location with his car. Upon arrival, he starts firing and takes down several guards. He and Braxton continue moving forward, but Burke's men begin shooting at their car. They are forced to abandon the vehicle and hide. From their position, they see Tom Tom, the sniper, loading the children onto the bus quickly. To rescue the children, they must first defeat the guard ahead. The guards throw a bomb at them, but luckily they survive. Christian tells Braxton to go after the bus while he handles the rest. Like a hero, he eliminates the guards along the way, but the sniper wounds him. Instead of panicking, Braxton laughs, knowing Christian is about to arrive. Christian shows up, kills the guard, and saves his brother. Meanwhile, Tom drives the bus to the pit meant for the mass burial. He forces the children toward it. Christian and Braxton arrive just in time and open fire on the captors. Tom realizes they are coming for him and takes Pablo's son hostage. Seeing the child at gunpoint, Christian hesitates briefly but enters the bus with his gun aimed at Tom. To calm himself, he begins reciting a poem and then shoots Tom precisely. After eliminating the threat, the brothers rescue all the children and begin the return journey. On the other side, Christian's hacker calls Anna and reveals the truth about Burke, how he ran human trafficking, how he once captured and sold her and the village women, and how he killed their husbands. She learns her child was also among the children Christian just rescued. Furious upon learning the truth, Anna storms into Burke's house to kill him. Burke tries to flee upon seeing her, but Anna chases him with a knife. The scene cuts here. Weeks later, Medina is shown having sealed all of Burke's operations. She finds extensive evidence of human trafficking. With the help of Christian and Braxton, she makes major progress in the case and captures many others involved in the trafficking network. She calls the same agency again to thank Christian, but the woman on the line says no such people work there. Medina responds that she already knows this and is aware the hacker is listening. The hacker, in fact, has sheltered all the rescued children in her own institute. In the final scene, Christian and Braxton are shown going on a trip together, and with them, the movie comes to an end.